Wagwan sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Jomar,
I am Rush.
and this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, and everything sports topics, discussions, and debates on the internet.
Yes, people. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to like this one. Leave a comment and subscribe to This or That Sports TV. Do one more thing for us, though.
Share the video to at least 10 people, but ensure to get us 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, you know how many subscribers I'll get us by the end of the day, people.
Holy, yes. Gold Cup time, bro. Hours to go. You don't know, everybody excited. It's a good time to be a reggae boy. It's fun. We say we are favorites. USA match come
Who
up.
you hear that from, by the
What
way?
you mean? You ESPN, bro?
ESPN
You know how much
need
about
for-
ESPN?
ESPN need for clutch, first of all.
On Fox Sports.
That's crazy to
It's a Jamaica.
Crazy.
Bro, we have
Madness.
argue with the best squad.
Madness.
Yeah.
Canada should be bigger favorites than us.
They should be.
And
Canada,
and
they are one of the
USA
favorites.
should be bigger favorites than us.
Remember, you know, them are taking into consideration that USA squad weekend. We're getting that video. Whatever. People, we're going to talk about, we're doing a preview and predicted lineup for the USA game. Alright? So, we just have one reason. Bro, USA squad weak. Canada, obviously,
USA squad weak, but it's still a solid.
still a solid squad, but if anybody have a chance right now with this USA squad, it's not the usual. I understand that. Canada, as I say, Canada need to get them respect. They are one of the favorites. Mexico, Asian team, nobody really afraid of Mexico like one time.
And no Chuck Kelazano.
No Lazar, bro. And our squad, you can say player for player. Jamaica probably have the best squad going at this Gold
Maybe
Cup.
between Jamaica and Canada.
Player for player. Player for player. If you match up each player in each position, bro. It's not crazy to say that Jamaica have the best squad going into this competition. You see me? So, I don't mind it. I don't mind. I don't think calling Jamaica favorites.
We have the
It's
we
a
have,
crazy
we have,
thing.
we have the best amalgamation of talent.
For
but
sure.
I don't
We do have
think
the
that
best
we're
team.
anywhere near the best team.
We're not the best team.
I don't think we'll be more cohesive than this United States of America team, but let's see.
Yeah, and what this Jamaica team possesses that I like is a lot of players that can. I was watching Demarai highlights, excited and thing. Demarai can kick that ball in the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Demarai knows how to use that right foot of his. And he's a right-footed left wing.
Yeah,
Invert. Everybody like the cut, but he's also good with him left foot. He can whip in the crosses. Liam Bailey, we know Liam Bailey. What Liam Bailey score, bro? Liam Bailey, I don't know. Liam Bailey don't like tapping. Liam Bailey don't like easy goal. It's so weird. But when him score a goal, remember that goal from Borussia, that one from the corner? One of the best goals we see. Period. One of the best goals. Remember it. Mikel Antonio. He do it for Jamaica already. He can do it again. I feel like we have players where we can win, in spite of not being, together for a long time. I think we still can. We have a lot of players that can create a moment, a lot of game winners in this team. Bobby Reed can pop out. Bobby Reed not like easy goal neither. You see me? So I don't think it's crazy. Al Gibson, I'm concerned about Al Gibson. I'm concerned about his approach. Because even in his press conference today, I'm not sure if you watch it, he mentioned, yesterday, he mentioned that he got offered this job because Jamaica knows how he performs with as an underdog. That kind of worried me. Because if you're an underdog coach, Jamaica is not the country for you in CONCACAF.
No.
Then you forgot one. I can't even say Honduras, bro, because there was a time when Honduras was a powerhouse in CONCACAF. At least for 1 or 2. Honduras not go World Cup in that overtime.
Mm-hmm.
They get me, I say. 1-1 El Salvador, bro. And one of them teams, they get me, I say, where you're not going to be the favorite in the those days. But no, it's not the time. Jamaica should definitely be.
We shouldn't be aiming
Top
for players
three.
under that.
Yeah, and that is not what I want from a Jamaican coach. A player that knows how to lead an underdog team. That's not what I want. Hopefully this is a time where he can, shows that there is more to him. He can lead players, and in 2 or 3 games in this group, you'll be favorites. And in the America game, you'll have a very good chance because you have better players, but you're not. And even America kind of in some turmoil. Like I don't think they have their coach.
Well, they recently rehired Craig Roberta, but DJ Callahan
I take over it.
Roberta's assistant coach. What really kept Roberta's system in place has been coaching.
It's the same system.
Yeah.
Same system, but not the same coach there. But at the same system.
They look.
The team
good enough to me in the Nations League.
They
They
do.
never miss a beat, and apparently it's still Greg Berhalter's fingerprints on it, especially now that they know that Greg Berhalter is coming back. I don't think that will be an issue.
You think no? What would probably be an issue though is the fact that these players aren't players that have played together a lot. You know, these players are.
But then when you look at it though, they are. And,
No,
and, and,
bro.
and yeah, these
They
players.
don't.
these play-
They have caps, you know, but they don't have
Exactly.
caps together. That's what I mean. These players have played together a
And
lot.
think about it, in the last Gold Cup, it was a weekend squad.
It was a
as well.
weekend squad. It was a weekend squad. Stronger than this.
Yeah, and they,
I might
they
have, but a
still
weekend
have
squad.
players like
Yeah, Ferreira.
Long and Ferreira. Those players were all here before, so they have experience playing together. And all of these players are like local-based players. In America, you know, some of them play for the same team, and when America have their local camps, these are the players that gets called up. So continuity is something that perpetuates throughout this American squad, 60 deep. They have a group of like 50 or 60 players that all have chemistry, that all have played together, that all are familiar with the system. And that's something that we don't have. And that's why America can be so consistent. Even though I don't think America has played up to their potential, except for maybe in this Nations League, the best that I've seen of them. But I think they've always underachieved, but they've consistently underachieved. That makes any sense. You know, they're you know what to expect from an American team. There are no highs and there are no lows. They're consistently not as good as they should be, but definitely good enough to coast through Cup.
You know
And
what
they
the
do
thing
with all
is?
teams
What
that
do
they
you
put out there.
what do you expect from this specific set of players? Because you know what they expect from America. Even in games where they don't have the ball a lot, their counter attack is wicked crazy. And America don't need a lot of chances to score. That's what we know America. You'll be in the game, bro, and then get 2 counter attack, 3 counter attack, and them just win. Them just beat it. You know, we are turning up with something more, Pulisic turn up with something. You just lose the game. Even the finals, where either time say Canada I didn't get to watch it. But Canada was in the game, but then they won the game. You know, they scored 3 goals. You know, it's so weird in America. Do you expect the same thing from this team? The quick counter attack, don't need a lot of the ball, but the quality in the midfield is good to just create a lot of chances and get them goals.
Alright, so let's not be mistaken. The quality in the midfield is not going to be near as good as the quality that we've expected from an American team. So it's going to be a different kind of midfield. I think they're going to set up in the same way, but they're definitely going to be more reliant on their pace and strength. Because don't get it mistaken, America is a very strong and fast team. Some younger players, you know, the local players in the forward line that are able to do it at a higher level. They're still all MLS superstars, all of them. You know, the quality won't be near what we're used to playing, but I think the continuity of this team will allow them to keep together, allow them to defend well, and they will create chances.
Yeah, I expect them to create chances. I'm not as worried about them as I was in previous competitions, in previous World Cup qualifying campaign. But America is America. America's system is America's system. They have a lot of MLS players. We have, I can't say MLS quality players, you know, I think even they don't play in the MLS, if you understand what I'm saying. But what take us over the top is I feel is our Premier League players. Those players take us over the top. I feel like we have more game changers in America right now. Can't say I know the American squad inside out. You know, basically I know the names, but I don't watch them for their clubs. I know what they bring. Like as I said, Ferreira and those players that we know play for America. I know what that is a dangerous player, regardless of whether the team is strong or not. But I'm not as frightened. I'm not as frightened, and I expect us to play a decent game against America. That's America's side. Let's talk about our Jamaican squad. How do you feel about our chances against America? Why do you feel?
I will never have heightened expectations for a Jamaican team going into the beginning of a tournament ever again. After what I experienced in World Cup qualifying against Panama, you know, we put a really good team out there. And it yielded absolutely nothing. You know, it's all about continuity, it's all about cohesiveness, and that's important, and that's something I worry about. Had these boys gotten time together, you know, gone to Austria and gotten a few rounds in, I'd have felt more comfortable. But as I said, it's an American team. They have America, you know, like how Hargreaves has been trying to implement local camps. Berhalter did do that. The only difference between our local camps and their local camps is that their local camps is probably what, the 13th or the 15th best league in the whole entire world of players that are going to their local campus compared to the players that are going to our local camp.
Yep.
So these players have continuity. These players play together. These players are all knocking on the door to get into World Cup qualifying squads, to get into Nations League squads, to get into like Copa America next year, which they'll be bringing their strongest team. So these players all play together. The coach knows these players. The coach knows how to get good things out of the players. I know you said they're moving on to the Jamaican side. As compared to us, we have people making competitive debuts for us tomorrow. Quite a few. So that's daunting. And I'm worried that we don't get it together in time. And I'm worried that Hal Grimson don't put the players out there in a position to maximize their talent. All of that is a concern to me. And I will never underestimate USA on US soil, especially in the World Cup. So you said you're not as concerned. I'm just as concerned as I am, or as I have been going into any match against USA.
I am concerned, not as concerned as the full, the full American company. What I know,
I would probably be less concerned with that, considering that we're definitively the underdog.
you see, the thing is, bro, I feel like we have a chance because the team is weakened. No, I'm still giving them their respect. Don't get me wrong, but the quality, as I said, I feel like we can put something together in spite of, all of the factors. So them being a weakened squad, us having players making competitive debuts, which is not this is not the game. I wish the first game was Trinidad.
Yeah.
Where we could have said, oh, Russell Demarai, Latibody, go figure it out. You get me? I say, get your feet, keep it safe and sure for the first 20 minutes. Just don't have a bad game. But this is a game where unfortunately it can be a bad game for them and their competitive games. You reference the Panama game, which is a perfect example, bro, where there's this cliche, there's a football cliche that football doesn't play on paper. And that Panama game was a perfect example.
It has never been more personified than in that.
We were the better team. I can't even say we were not the better team, but we had better players. We were supposed to beat them by at least 2 goals.
And we were at home.
We were at home in the National Stadium, bro. There was no way Jamaica was supposed to lose 3-0. There was no way Jamaica was supposed to lose that game 3-0.
And 3-0 didn't tell the truth.
Here we go, so we can't make the same mistake. And we're getting to the starting lineup.
It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, and that was just, I don't know if that was a statement from Tapa. I don't know if it was pressure. But we just threw all the English-based players, all the new players into the squad, the Ethan Pinners, the Mikel Antonios. We just put everybody together and say, yo, go and go do it. And if you remember, we just came off a good result. Well, not a good result, but a good performance in Mexico. You get me? I say we're, in hindsight, the right thing to do was probably to play the same players or have a better mix. And that's what I hope that Arguments does this time. Now, this Jamaican team, I'm excited because I can safely say this is the best Jamaican team we've had. While saying a lot of these players have played together. Andre Blake, whoever played left back, Amari Bell or Taxi, Damian Lowe, them Keys have half a game, but Javian Brown played together with the back four. Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, Liam Bale, Shamar Nichols, Mikel Antonio have at least 4 games now. Corey Burke. No. I'm good at that if we introduce a Demarai Green and the instructions are clear. I'm good at that if we introduce a Jonathan Russell because the midfield position is not somewhere where it has been strong anyways. So if we come out, we get an okay performance from him. I feel like an okay performance from him is better than an above average performance from Kevin Lambert. And they just might be on the same level, right? If he gives us an average performance. So I will take a risk. And I don't think it will be the same as the Panama game. Now, would you introduce all the new players right now? Would you start Latibody, Russell, Angry tomorrow or today, later? Would you just say, put the best squad? Because Halgrim said into that at it in his press conference, saying that he will be careful to introduce the players. And he didn't give us any insight into the squad, into his starting lineup, but he did mention something about the new players. So would you, if you were the coach, weekend American team, first match of the Gold Cup, you want to start on the right, would you play those 3 players who I feel like on any other
Bro,
they would start.
I'm not in the position to even think about that. It depends on how well they've been playing.
They've been training.
It depends on their chemistry together. It depends on if they're clicking. It depends on if they're getting it. That game against Panama, you know, one of my worst experiences as a reggae boy fan.
So hard to watch.
I'll always reference it.
Mhm.
They got back to Mexico and they didn't train.
Yeah.
They got back to Mexico the day before and the COVID protocols and situation like that. They didn't get a chance to train. So the English players were in Jamaica training, so that's the 9 of them were just like kicking around. So you can't run a training session with 9 men. And they didn't get to train with the team, except for a little walkthrough the day before. And then they threw all of the 9 players straight into the squad.
Yeah.
At least this time they have gotten a week to train with each other. So
Right, Dominican.
yeah, so I couldn't tell you if Latibodir is working well with Daniel Johnson.
And it would be the same. It would be same for same as the Panama game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it may well be a good decision to start all of them if you see like Jonathan Russell get over passes to Demarai for the past couple of days and Demarai get it back and Jonathan Russell crush the box and I score goals, or you get me and say Latibodir to Liam Bailey have a good connection or so I couldn't tell you if I would start them, considering that they've had time to train together, have given some hard time to look at them and to see how good that works.
And the thing is, 2 and 3 players is way different from 9 players. You know, so even if it's a case where they've been decent or whatever in training, he just knows that they are our best players. Introducing 3 players in a squad with 11 is different from having 9 players that have never played together. That's majority of the squad. My goalkeeper that are one more player out, we're not counting anyways. You know, that's crazy. That is crazy.
My biggest concern though for the Jamaican aspect of things, my biggest concern is the centre back pairing with Damian Lowe. That's what makes me extremely nervous, because that's just something you can't see in a 3-4 days of training. And I think Damian Lowe and Ethan Pinnock, they kind of started to understand each other with their simplicity. It was easier for them to work together because one was left footed, one was right footed. I think the fit is just a match made in heaven. Now Damian Lowe will have to be shuffled back to left centre back, which he's done well at for the past couple of years. But I'm sure when he finally got the chance to play right centre back for those couple of games, I'm sure it was more comfortable.
Yeah.
And he looked more comfortable and looked a better defender for it. I think naturally he'll shift back to left centre back. Do we go with Latibodir or do we go with Bernard? You know, that's something that I'm very curious about. Do we go with Mariappa? Because I'm thinking Latibodir, but Mariappa and Damon would have more chemistry. You know, we would have seen them work together before. That's something that would have been done before. And chemistry in the back line is extremely important. You know, so that's the only thing that gives me pause. Do we go with Latibodir? Do we go with Mariappa? The right back position, I think, still them the key, sir. But as you said, if we go,
Let's see your lineup then now. And so just tell me what how you line up. Let's just do a predicted. You want to do a predicted lineup or your lineup? Or what do you think is the best thing to do for the game? Let's do that. It's a 4-4-2. We know that. We know that's a fluid system, but that's what Alcom's like. So let's work with that and see what he's supposed to do.
It might work the 4-3-3 tomorrow.
He could work the 4-3-3. So let me hear the players with that package.
Alright, so I would Andre Blake our captain and the best goalkeeper. He won't be the best goalkeeper in the game tomorrow. I mean he might be, right? But probably not. You know, Turner will captain the team tomorrow. Turner will lead his men out for America. Solid goalkeeper. Andre Blake, and this is my conundrum. Javian Brown and Mariappa has played together before, right? And chemistry is important. So because Damien will probably push back to the left side of defense. Most likely, I think they'll start Mariappa for chemistry reasons because Mariappa has been there and done that before. I'm wondering if I'd go with Brown instead of Mbikisa.
I think Mariappa will definitely start.
Yes, I'm wondering if I'd go with Brown instead of Mbikisa for familiarity.
Bro, look at it. look at
So
the
we've seen Max and Brown
remember
play
the
together
Austria
countless
tour
times. Yeah.
just last week. Mariappa played 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the first game with Lembikisa
And they didn't put Latibody at centre back any at
no,
all.
not at all. I feel Alatibody is listed as a midfielder in the squad. So I feel like he'll go with Mariappa. I think he'll still go Lembikisa, but I think the better thing to do would to be safe and go with Brown, just because of the chemistry. It's a weird. We hear
And Brown is an MLS player too, so that would have
he's familiar with the players. But let me hear what you think are the best thing to do.
All right.
So you go. We know Pinnock now play.
Yeah.
So who would you bring in for Ethan Pinnock?
So who would I bring in?
Yeah, we have Bernard, Mariappa, Latibody.
I think Latibody is the best option.
Mm-hmm.
But for
What you would have do still enough? Me think Mariappa go play, but I wouldn't play Mariappa.
you
I don't, bro, me not like how I see from Mariappa for the last 4 games, bro. 4 games, the 2 Trinidad games and the 2 games in Austria. Me not like how I see from Mariappa. No. Really would I wish this was not the case, because with I love for go Mariappa in a game like this. Mariappa have chemistry with Damian though. Yeah, Andre Blake is one of the leaders of the team. He play with Javier Brown a few. Me that love for go with Mariappa, but unfortunately, me not think him up to speed right now. Is it me even though I think of that, I give him but yeah, let me hear what you say.
Yeah, I think Latibody is the best defender, but chemistry really important.
So you'd go Mariappa?
Yeah, I would have go Mariappa.
Alright, so Mariappa would have been the right.
Mariappa
and low on the left.
And
Left back, right back.
Right back,
Mm-hmm.
Lembikisa in the Austria game, he don't show that he's too much far ahead of Brown, especially based on those last 2 performances. For me to not go with Javier Brown, who's familiar with MLS, who's familiar with playing in this environment, and he's also familiar playing with Adrian Mariappa. So I think that level of comfort for Mariappa, that level of comfort for Brown, is why I would go with Javier Brown.
You know what?
Very, very, very iffy.
What interesting about that is, someone put it on. This is a back 4 that we've seen before. That's what I like about a back 4 so far.
Yeah.
Whereas the squad that I'm going to pick,
Yeah.
is not about. This is a back 4 that we've seen. This is a back 4 that they've played together before, and I feel like they've had a good result before. I'm not sure if Mariappa played.
We saw what happened in as a reference to Panama game. We saw what happened in that dreadful Panama game when we just string a back 4 together.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
But even
It was
though
a mess.
that is not to say that anybody won't start in your 11 still, so they could see if it or your midfield. So
Alright, so and you talk about that because of our attacking power. I would go with Jonathan Russell and Latibody in front of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd go with Russell and Latibody as my 2 holding midfielders. I think I tend to be a defensive-minded person. Not necessarily that I like to play negative football, but I like to make sure it's not going on score.
You can't lose if not going to score.
And that's always my first priority. And I think Russell and Latibody are competent on the ball enough to keep it moving, to keep it going forward. Chemistry issues from the back line might be a problem, but they're essential midfielders, and their job is to just break up plays and to get the ball to the forward players. So I think it would work perfectly fine with both of them there. Both of them can cover a side, both of them competent on the ball to make passes and get the ball forward.
Right.
And
Left mid, right mid.
as I said, I would.
Or left. Who's on the left? Who's on the right? Because either way, this would be one and a cam if it is a 4-3. So the second striker would be a cam.
Yeah.
But either way, you have to pick a left player and a right player. So
Alright, so Demarai has to start.
on the left.
Has to start.
Right,
Yeah.
so that's a big number 10 and come on for a pitch same way. So yeah, I got Gray.
Yeah, Demarai has to start.
I think about the number 12. I think
It can work.
can work.
Yeah, it fit him. Number 12 and not owned by nobody. You see, Michael Antonio owned
Come
him
make a
18.
number, my boss.
Like Antonio at Jamaica number 18 now.
12 a great number.
Exactly.
12 is great number.
And that is it. And we can make that. We can see
Can make
that
it work. It's
Yeah,
fine.
man. And Liam Bailey on the right side, of course.
Yeah.
And then I would go with Antonio up top. And I have to start Bobby Reed
Bobby Reed.
as
So
a
Bobby Reed.
utility player.
Alright.
Or what I might do is start Liam Bailey and Antonio at forward if we're playing at 4-4-2.
Alright, so either Bobby Reid or Liam Bailey at forward. No, I like the squad. I like it. As I said,
Or you know what? If I play 4-4-2, Liam Bailey forward, Bobby Reid in the midfield.
that's exactly what I would do. And I'm going to tell you why I'm that. No, I look for your squad. I like your backline. Specifically for the fact that this is a backline that we've seen before. I like familiarity. And in international play, you need to get reps together.
Yeah.
So
especially a difference.
I came into this video wanting to see Latibody at centre back, but I rethink. I've never seen him at centre back before.
We saw him at centre back against Catalonia.
Against Catalonia, but Algrim's had 2 games prior to this competition.
Yeah.
We never see him. And even the Catalonia game, nobody never stand out. Everybody was just bang average. In fact, everybody was poor. Latibody, I wanted to see Latibody at centre back, but thinking about it, Algrim's had 2 chances to test him out at centre back with Mariappa, or with Javian Brown, or with Amari Bell to see how he would have fit with them. He didn't do it. So I don't think it will happen. Give Mariappa one more. Give Mariappa another shot. Alright, fine. I'm okay with the back 4. The midfield. What I would do to the midfield, bro, is start Daniel Johnson over Latibody. That's what I would do. I'm going to explain why. I start Daniel Johnson because, again, I don't want to introduce too many new players, as I say. Daniel Johnson, better at the 10, but he's okay at the 8. If we can make Russell sit and just be defensive cover for back 4, just sit in this pocket right here. Just sit right here and
like a diamond.
Right.
A 4-4-2 diamond.
It will be a diamond where Johnson is slightly ahead of him. He would be the 4 and Johnson would be the 6. I don't mind that. You see me? So he would be somewhere here. Johnson would be here. You know, I don't mind that. I start Daniel Johnson over Latibody. Again, the midfield is very important to me, and I want players that is familiar with the players ahead of them. Knows how to give Mikel Antonio the ball, knows how to give Bobby Reid the ball, knows how to give.
As compared to me,
we're just a defensive cover here, mate. Which we're mad at it.
Get the ball to Gray and Gray.
Just get the ball.
Liam Bailey and Bobby Reid are going to be the creators.
And Latibody shows that he can make passes. You know, I've seen, I saw some good passes from him. This is what I do. I obviously have Gray in the mid as the left midfielder slash left winger.
So you start Gray straight off the back.
Start Gray straight off the back because I think attacking players is a bit easier to bring in. You know, because what they need to do is they are judged by their goals and assists. They are judged by one-on-one, especially a winger. What wants to from him is pretty straightforward.
You don't have which is why you go with Daniel Johnson. I think Daniel Johnson is good, but I think he's okay. I don't think Daniel Johnson is going to be that player he's not Ravel Morris when Ravel Morris was ticking. You know, when Ravel Morris was the guy, Daniel Johnson couldn't walk in action. You get me? I said it shows when he played in the championship with Jamaica that he was an outstanding player.
He's a good ball carrier, bro.
Yeah, so I don't think Daniel Johnson is going to be the one to hold up his head and say, alright, like a fine Demarai Grave, I gotta get him going, I gotta get him.
Is that Latibody either way? Are you saying even though we don't know, you prefer to go defensive coverage?
Yeah, because the only thing Latibody will need to do is get the ball to Demarai Grave or get the ball to Liam Bailey as compared to Daniel Johnson. When he's in the game, he's not going to cover defensively like that. He will give you energy, but his job is to hold the ball in midfield and to make diagonal passes and to drive and to get shots and goal and stuff like that. And is Daniel Johnson good enough to take on that role? I don't know. I think he's good cover.
But in a competitive game though, you want to go Russell and Latibody half jump, or I think Russell came on with Daniel Johnson in the Mexico game. So do you want to go straight off the back, fresh midfield, 3 players in the midfield? And then, well, Russell, it would be his competitive debut, but he only played a couple minutes against. This would be his full debut. You get me? I say, you want to go 3 players? I'm not sure. So I feel a little bit more comfortable with this. Demarai, I'm fine with him. It's pretty straightforward what you want him to do. You know, be a threat down the left, be a wide competitive player. Straightforward. I think that is what he offers to this Jamaican team. Make will be able to put him in right away. Bobby Reid, though, I feel like it is important that Bobby Reid plays on the right. And I feel like Demarai Gray coming, we'll get the best out of Bobby Reid. I'll explain why. Bobby Reid is a right-sided player for Fulham. Bobby Reid either plays right wing back, or he plays right midfield, or if he's a striker, he plays on the right. You know, Bobby Reid is a right-sided player. He only played on the left side because Liam Bailey is in this team. You know, and it's Liam Bailey's left wing spot. No, I am going to play Liam Bailey as a support striker. So Liam Bailey will basically have a free roam.
Argentina playing the 4-4-2 and winning the World Cup
Right.
this year.
Right.
Messi started that right forward.
Mm-hmm.
We know Messi never played no
Free
right
roll,
forward.
bro. I want to see Liam Bailey just taking up the game, being all over the pitch. They can't be, if you give him that role, he's so hard to trap. Because sometimes he will pop up in these spaces, especially if we are playing 4-4-2 with midfielders rather than wingers. He'll pop up in these spaces. He'll come deep for the ball, as we saw in the Mexico game. Now, and in fact, I like what I saw in the Mexico game in that he didn't have a great game, but he was in really good positions. And even in the box, what really let him down is his footwork, not his running, not being spatially aware, not his positioning. That didn't let him down, bro, because we saw where he got to a couple of times, step over, and the ball just fumbled. And another day, Liam Bailey cut in and I put that far post, bro. We know what Liam Bailey can do. So I like what I saw from him as a support striker. Mikel Antonio, we know what he offers already. Play on the shoulders of defenders, rough them up. Mikel Antonio, wicked fast. So this is how I would go. Liam Bailey would definitely be a support striker. Now, off the bench, now me have Latibody can come in for 1 goal up. Or anywhere the game I go. If we need to secure the results, Latibody can come in and give you defensive cover. If Daniel Johnson has stink the bed, we'll take him off at half-time, half-5 of it.
And bring on Kaim Paris.
We have Kaim Paris can come in same way. We have Shaman Nichols can come in. You get me? I say we have Corey Burke can come in. We have Dujan Richards can come in. I like it. I like it. And important.
Something just occurred to me a while ago. This is going to be a Gold Cup without Junior Fleming.
It is. What's going on with Junior Fleming?
And I was saying, is Kaim Paris going to feel that Junior Fleming is role for us?
Bro, Kaim Paris is better than Junior Fleming right now.
Sure.
Kaim Paris is better than
Paris play football right now. When Junior Fleming's put on that Jamaica jersey,
he plays well for Jamaica,
in the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
And then find a way to do it for it.
Yeah.
The Gold Cup. This has been his tournament.
Bro, what do you think about?
Interesting.
We watch a lot of Premier League. I watch Fulham specifically because Bobby Reid is on the team. What do you think about him getting that run if he gets the run? Because we saw it in the Mexico game. Decent game from Bobby, good game from Bobby Reid, scoring a wicked goal. What do you think about giving him that spot that he's more familiar with? He's more familiar with the right side, even though he's a right-footed player.
Yeah, as I said, Bobby Reid is more a facilitator. Bobby Reid is more a person who carries the ball and helps in the build-up play for Fulham.
Which is why, I think about it, which is why while Bobby Reid is on the left side, we don't see a cutting goal. Because he's not that player.
Yeah.
While that is kind of what we're expecting from Gray and Liam Bailey, even though Liam Bailey tried and didn't quite come off yet, but he does cut in and try to get at the shot.
That's definitely Demarai Gray's role, which is why,
I've seen countless amount of Demarai Gray's cutting.
Which is why Bobby Reid on the right side, I think, can be more creative, especially Liam Bailey playing forward. They can play off each other. Liam Bailey can cut diagonal to the corner flag. Bobby Reid can play him in, cut inside. I think they can interchange. Because Liam Bailey can still go left. Bobby Reid can still tuck in the forward. Bobby Reid can still tuck in the half forward spot or the attacking midfielder spot. So I think with both Bobby Reid and Liam Bailey on the right side, that makes for a dynamic pairing.
For sure. Excited about this game. I do think we'll probably have a slow start. Just because the last time this team played was against Mexico. We have a few players coming in. What I want from Demarai Gray, though, I think he'll get his full debut. I think he'll go from the start because he's too good not to start. I want a good game.
If he doesn't start, do you think he goes with Paris or Dejan Richards or Corey Burke?
If he doesn't start, then I think if Gray doesn't start, I think he goes with Bobby Reid on the left, Liam Bailey on the right, and Shaman Nichols on the forward. I think that's what he does.
4-4-2.
Yeah?
You get 4-4-2.
Yeah, that not make it as dynamic as this.
Yeah.
This 4-4-2 we have a problem with because Liam Bailey get free
roll.
Bro, Liam Bailey not playing no forward, brother.
So that's what I'm saying.
Not forward. Liam Bailey not playing no striker.
Yeah.
Liam Bailey is not no centre forward. He not do it. I don't think it even him can't even do it, bro. Like obviously he can play football, so you put him in front of the goal, kick ball at the goal. But he doesn't make centre forward runs. Liam Bailey like channel runs, bro. Isn't him now go play on the defender's shoulder and hold up. And Liam Bailey that we know that even if he starts as a forward, Liam Bailey got all over the place.
The 4-4,
I was saying in Mexico.
4-4-2 with Liam Bailey as one of the forwards, make it extreme.
Free roll, my father. Free roll, let him go. Give Liam Bailey a free roll, make him give Liam Bailey this team and say, you are the guy that we're looking forward to win this game for us. Great come with it, Mikel Antonio, Bobby come with it, great. But Liam Bailey, you are our best player. Come and do it for us. As I say, you're supposed to be captain Jamaica right now, and that this is a prime.
I know Mikel Antonio
prime time to do
have
it.
captain Jamaica still.
And Mikel Antonio take it up in our hands, bro, and just win game for you, bro. Just score goal out of nothing too. Just take the ball and run at them and kick the ball at the goal. And we expect that from Liam Bailey, and hopefully this is the time where we can see that from Liam Bailey. Al Grimson, want to see another good game. Impressed by what we saw in Mexico, we can say that. And this is another competitive game for us to see some of the better players. Hopefully we can get a better result.
Points, bro.
Yeah. He will definitely get his first 3 points in this Gold Cup. And if he flunk out to that Gold Cup, brother, sorry, but the fans are going to call for your head. And semi-finals are boss. Semi-finals are boss. In fact, semi-finals...
It has to be the finals.
It has to be the finals, but semi-finals, we not call for your head, bro.
If we get past USA in the first round, but we have to beat Mexico. We have to beat Mexico in a semi-final game. We have to.
In a quarter, in a semi-final game. Yeah. No, it wouldn't probably.
If we tap the zone, we now meet Mexico
until the semi-final. Mm-hmm. So if we get past them, if we get past America in a group stage, then it's Mexico in the semi-finals. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I know the semi-finals, nobody not gonna call for him head, but at the same time, we'd be disappointed. Quarter-finals, people are gonna be upset. I'm going to be upset. Finals, we're good with finals. Finals appearance are good, and just play the game, try to win the game. It's fine. You see me? So we can go score prediction. You know, score prediction is something I don't really like, though, but
do you understand it?
I don't really love the score prediction thing, but let's just go with the result. We're not doing a score prediction, people. This is how I'm supposed to be. We're gonna switch it up. It's not the usual preview. Give me the result. Win, lose, draw. Does Jamaica win this game?
Does Jamaica win this game? Honestly.
First team to win in the 2023 Gold Cup.
I can't say that I'm extremely confident that we beat the USA. In fact, I can't say I'm extremely confident that any team out there will beat the USA. The continuity is just too good. The system that they have, these players have played together so much time. You know, they've been in camp for years. Some of these players, they're familiar with each other. They're familiar with the system, and they're on home soil, and USA takes advantage of that. So I can't say I'm extremely optimistic playing against any United States of America. So it's a very jarring and daunting task. You know, we definitely have the quality to do it, and we definitely have game changers in our team. So I believe that if our top players come out and play like our top players, if Leon Bailey and Demarai have a good game, we'll win the game for sure. You know, but I think USA are going to be consistently average, as they've been for the past 6 years in CONCACAF, consistent average. And I think if our star players don't turn out, I don't think Al Grimson or his system will be able to get the job done against the United States of America. So us getting a result is simply predicated on Antonio beating Antonio, Demarai beating Demarai, Liam Bailey, final beating that game.
What do you think will happen? Will they do that? What you got to say? Jamaica win the game now, yes, sir.
You watch that story with him? So she could have predict the future? I'm not Ravens.
Bro, I say what you think. We can't think of that. In the morning, I definitely think what. Right now, I think a few things where I'm on, brother. Some I look forward to, some I really look forward to.
No, but
even though I can't see that in the future.
But you know what's going to happen, man.
I don't know for
sure.
You know
you're going to get up and you're going to go about your business.
Bro, I'm not sure.
I mean, you can dead.
Only for things can happen. Will stop me from going on business, bro. You see me, so nobody really knows the future. But I can't see Jamaica, I can't see a draw. I can't see a 2-2 draw. I'm not sure about this team not conceding goals. And seeing that this is a weakened American team, I fancy a chance of getting goals against them, but I don't see us pulling away and winning this. People, I'm afraid to tell you.
We definitely can score against this American team.
We can see, that's what we do. We can't see it.
That's why. So you see, if Demarai Gray and Liam Bailey shows out, you win the game. Like if they, because those two men will simply overwhelm this American team. You recognize that they're not good enough to play these guys on their day. But and Nicola. But anything else about that?
I don't know where I get from Damien though. I don't know where I get from Andre Blake. get now say a few players who can counter.
But anything short of that from Demarai and Liam Bailey, I don't think we win again.
Yeah, people may predict a draw. What do we?
Yeah,
Hopefully
I don't-
people can prove me wrong.
I don't think USA beat us in the first round either.
Yeah. It's hard to see what beat them doing.
It's hard
It's
to
so
say.
hard. I want to predict it, but I know just my heart I say we're going to win the brain did not entertain.
Yeah, so I
It's hard to
fancy
say,
a draw in this first game.
Yeah.
And then I think that we
Good
will-
result?
I think we'll make easy work of St. Kitts and Trinidad.
Then come
and
out
stop the
good
zone.
difference. Yeah. I think a draw would be a good
And you know what?
result.
I think USA will make easier work.
Easier.
That have those two teams. Come to think of it.
USA will probably rotate and give man chance. We have a pause by this opportunity. You know.
We need to give St. Kitts 6.
Yeah. Yeah. And we need to make right or wrong with Trinidad.
And show them.
I show them say this is not no. And JPL players will get trials.
This is the perfect
and-
opportunity, bro.
And get something to come talk about tomorrow. I make them know
next
say,
week Wednesday.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
the next week Wednesday.
Yeah.
Make them know say yo, that was a trial. A trial we give the man a trial. That's I remember I did not make the squad.
Right now Dijon is not no local based player. Right now we see them put Phoenix. Just see Dijon goodbye letter for Instagram.
They're blind my father.
You see him goodbye letter.
You know I see my studies in
Gone my father.
Yeah, now them man can play for people before them go car. No them like something. Don't see nothing in the gallery there. It's hard to find nothing still in the boat. But you know, it's hard. We don't see nothing. We don't see nothing. Are we that still no people? If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. You see it? Don't forget to comment, leave a comment, subscribe. And one more thing for us, though.
Share the video to at least 6 people, then sure to get us 6 subscribers. So if you can share it to 6 people, not even 10, just share it to 6, but make sure so the 6 of them subscribe. Do you know how many subscribers that get us by the end of the day, people?
For now, this was That Sports TV.
Gone, my father.
Yo.